right, guys, it's good to see everyone here. I like to jump right in technique. Let's have you standing. So generally, I just want to make sure everyone understands the details of single X, right? So just know you can enter this position from anywhere. If my feet are inside, it's as easy as scooting under and attaching here like so. Let's say if he was at bottom half guard, let's say you're on half guard, and your knees are on the floor. Look, so I got 2 feet inside. It would be a very easy thing to just extend him away. And again, you're in single X, right? Let's say he has knees on the floor, and I were just to elevate him over my head. Once again, we're in single X. So if you want to do leg locks, get really familiar with this position, just because it's almost always available. So very quickly, we're just going to scoot under. When you throw your single X on, have your knee attached to the heel. This is very important. There should be no stress of you throwing these legs up to hold yourself up, right? A lot of times I see people drop their butts to the floor and they'll try to hook their feet over and they're using the strength of their legs and their abs. You'll get very tired doing this over time. So you should be able to just pinch and you're like holding a knot. It's like holding like, basically if this was a knot on a rope, you're holding above that. My foot's gonna be on the far hamstring. So this is just gonna be like the warm-up technique and we'll get more advanced as we go on. So from here, all I want us to do, drop and roll. And you see it's a very seamless transition to the other side. So we're just dropping and rolling and we're switching side to side. And once you feel comfortable with that, I just want you to throw the outside foot right here. So we're just starting single X, right? So we're starting single X, very simple. Rocking side to side. And once you feel like that's seamless, you can transition your outside leg and just put it under your inside leg. So this is a great position to work a lot of different leg locks. You have to get very familiar with it. Does anyone need to see it one more time? We got this.
The one thing that is a little different, can you throw it up one more time, is instead of this leg going here, it's going to the far side leg.
Yeah, so this is a big thing that happens, right? For a lot of people do this. This is like the old school style. For me, look at all the control you have on this leg, right? We already got this leg locked down. So wouldn't it be a good idea to just get a little bit of control over the second leg too, over having no control at all? There are uses using this hook, right? I can use it to invert under and come to like different variations of X guard. So this isn't necessarily wrong, but personally, I do enjoy having this foot on the far leg. That's a good detail. All right, let's do it. You guys do the clap.
Do 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, boom. All right, we're getting this down easy. Make sure we're wrapping an Achilles grip each time. There we go. All right, we got this. We got this.
Do we wrap the second leg every time?
Yeah, every time. Every time. You know the tilt sweep from here? Like when you just tilt your legs to knock them over? Yeah, so let's say if your foot was on this leg, he could just keep back stepping.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to, so you see how you're trying to, it's like I said, right? You try to throw your legs over, it's gonna feel like it's so difficult. If without him there, you should be able to be on your shoulders and lift your butt up off the ground. You know what I'm saying? So let's say he wasn't standing there, right? Put all the pressure in your shoulders, hands on the mat, and just lift your butt off the ground. You see how my voice doesn't change? Lift it really high off the ground. So you wanna do something like this, and then catch with your knees above his knee. So now let's try it. Yep, now lift your butt off the ground, so plant your shoulders, Matt. Yes, that already looks way smoother, bud. Nice, that's good.
How are you gripping the foot?
So you should always do an Achilles grip. If you don't have an Achilles grip, and it's even a little bit sweaty, they can just pick their leg up and they're out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just do this.
No, I punch through and like so let's say you punch through, yeah. Because now look, can you see his feet? No, it's completely covered. Let's say if your hand were just grabbing his heel. Look how much space there is. If he simply just pulled this off, or even for a second he'd pull out and you're out. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're looking pretty good. So this, I would not do this just because, so you go for it. You go for your single X. Let's see your single X here. Oh. Yeah, so this foot's inside. So if you put this foot here, now you've just given me an easy opportunity to leg drag and start smashing you, right? So now your whole guard's basically gone. And this is gonna be a pass at a high level.
So you never kick.
You don't need to. You can stretch with this. It's the same. It's doing the same thing, except now you're
Using
safe.
the ankle for that
Yeah,
same
you see I'm falling down.
motion and pressure.
Yeah, you can still extend them. It's just now I can't take your foot out.
Right.
Because some people, there's a guy, DeAndre Corby, like when someone puts single X on, his defense is to backstep and take this foot out. So you've just done that for him, right?
Right. Thank you.
Okay, let's circle up, guys. So this was just an introduction to this single X. I wanted to see how well we were doing with that, and we got this down pretty well. So let's just move on. Let's say we're here. So now start single X, right? My outside leg is gonna move under my top leg, okay? So from here, don't think you can just stretch somebody out and get their hands on the floor. What if you could do the splits, right? You know, there's no way you're gonna be able to get the hands on the floor just by kicking. So let's see, bring your base back in. Oh, no, that was good. So my knee is behind his knee. So what I wanna do is basically lift up and then turn my chest towards this wall. My knee is buckling in the back of his knee, and now my hand goes to the tricep. Okay, so now, whenever I show this, see this inside knee. I know for sure some people will do this. Don't move this, you don't have to move this leg at all. People will always stretch this leg in, and when you go for this, if you do that and they sprawl in a live roll, you could blow your LCL out. It's happened many times in matches. I could give you like 3 or 4 different matches where someone's blown their LCL out, because as they were elevating to enter the cross ashi, they stretched this leg through and the guy sprawls, right? Right on your knee. It's way harder to break your shin than it is your LCL, I'm telling you. So you're right here. Essentially, I'm just extending my left leg over. So you see all his weight's in his hand, so the legs are gonna be light. So again, this right leg, the inside leg, doesn't have to do any work at all. At this point, it should feel very seamless just to let this go and fall right into place. And now we can lock and rock forward. So it should really feel smooth. It should feel like the leg's going down the slide. So once we're here, right, I extend and I rock to the side. So from here, the biggest thing, this inside leg, do not move it at all. Just keep your shoelace attached to the hamstring, and all you have to do is rock your hips over the head. At this point, you see there's no struggle to hold him because all the weight's going in his hand. I can straighten the leg and back heel with my inside leg, and you see it pulls the leg right into place, and it's very easy to triangle and rock forward. Let me show this one more time. So the most important thing, even for safety reasons, because my whole thing with jiu-jitsu is I try to teach techniques so they don't put strain on your body, because we all want to train for a very long time. You should
compete every weekend.
Yeah. There's a reason that some people are able to do it. It's because their jiu-jitsu is designed not to hurt themselves. Some guys rely on their athleticism and their strength and all this, but that doesn't last for a long time, okay? So this is the kind of stuff that's very important for longevity. A small thing of moving your knee inside to just keeping it outside. So I'm rocking over. This leg doesn't have to do anything at all. I just straighten, and you see it's very easy now. Pull this in, lock and roll.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Can I say a detail about that?
Yeah.
It's huge that he's not reaching for the leg that you see, you know.
Yeah.
He's just curling with his leg down and bringing that in. Can you say that detail one more time?
Yeah. You can definitely reach for the leg, but a lot of times in the heat of the moment competition, you do not have time to like reach, or let's say if they're much taller than you, because sometimes you're short and stocky and they're tall and lanky. So at that point, there's no way you're gonna reach. So I just straighten my leg and I'm back heeling, right? So I'm back heeling because since my heel's behind the hamstring, it's gonna push his leg down anyways. Makes it very easy to get to the double trouble here. All right, let's do it on 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, sorry. Now just turn your chest away. See how he falls. Extend that left leg. Yep, and now you can just let this fall through and triangle. Look what you've done. The knee went inside. So the knee has to stay outside his hip.
Okay.
This is very important, bro, because you will hurt yourself. And we should always get an Achilles grip. Now you just rock him forward, bro, and you're good to go.
You were here like this?
Yeah, your left foot goes under your right foot. Okay. So you need your left shoelace in front of her thigh.
Left shoelace in front of her thigh.
Exactly. So now that's the action that's going to, your left foot extending is what's going to lift her leg up.
Okay.
So now, just make sure as her knee's falling through that you keep your knee on the outside, okay? So you can like just point this out a bit, and now triangle your legs. Now just rock forward. So you see you lost her knee a little bit. Her knee should be like all the way over there. Yeah, exactly. Get an Achilles grip.
So what do I do with to get this X? It's like I'm really having to force it through. What?
Just get your butt back a little bit.
Just get my butt back?
Yeah. No. I meant the other way.
This way?
Yeah, your hips should be right under his.
So from single leg?
Yeah. So listen, when your feet are attached to him, whenever your feet are attached to something, you can use that to turn your hips and shrimp. So you don't necessarily have to put your feet on the ground. Because when you put your feet on the ground to do what? So you can have something to push off, right? His body is the same thing as the ground. You can just push off and get a good angle.
So right here, just...
Yeah, you see how you just shoved?
Yeah.
Like, because he is something that you can use to maneuver yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, now we're good. Does that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, one quick detail I noticed. Let's say you go down, you put me in the single X. So no matter what, more than anything, if I want you to get something from this seminar, let's say you didn't have an Achilles grip. I see a lot of this, someone just grabbing the calf or the heel.
Like a shotgun kind of thing?
Yeah, someone will just grab my heel with the hands. I see a lot of this. You can't do this even for a second. More than anything, you need an Achilles grip. It'd be the easiest thing just to peel and pull my leg out, right? If he has an Achilles grip, even if his legs aren't attached, let's say if his legs are on the ground, there's no way I can get my leg out. I could run, and you see I'm just pulling him around. Just because he has a strong Achilles grip, and you see how easy it is for him to re-guard. Only because he has an Achilles grip. Even if I were to strip and come down to mount, he would just have to bump me forward a little bit, and you see he has his guard again. It's because of the Achilles grip. Yeah, exactly. So like guys, like look, it seems like he's in a bad position, but since he has this, he can just rock me forward. Boom, you're right back in the single X. It's only because of this. This is more important than anything. Okay, now that I just went over that detail, let's start in the double trouble. So he's gonna go down. So before I go into like grip fighting scenarios to catch the heel, I just want to teach everyone how to actually do a heel hook. So let's get everyone on this wall, like, because it's all gonna come from here. So big thing, you need your hips very, very close, okay? Like super close as possible. When you capture the heel, I like to go thumb down in the middle of the foot so that when it slides and rolls through, we can catch. Right in the middle of the foot, we can catch. Don't think so much about capturing the heel. It's actually about capturing the foot. Everyone wants to point their toes, right? Because they don't want you to get the heel. So it's all about just straightening the toes with your arm and lats. That's what you're really trying to capture. A lot of people will try to dig for the heel when someone's toe is pointed. Let's say you really point your toe, and it's no good, right? They'll even try to go for a heel hook, and their hands will slip all the time, especially in the heat of the moment when you're trying to break someone's leg in competition. Middle of the foot, and really think about bending that foot. So you see I'm using my elbow, my tricep to bend that foot. So once more, I roll through, I bend that foot, and I just grab. Now nobody here, when we're finishing, do not connect your hands. Because when people first learn heel hooks, they connect their hands and they think the heel hook is twisting. It's actually not a twist whatsoever. If you're twisting, you're just attacking the heel. We want to attack the knee. So just have a heel hook grip here, okay? Just like this. So see I'm on the point of the elbow. I just have my hand here. Don't even use your secondary hand because this will really teach you how to break a leg. So from here, I'm going to pick my hips up off the ground. See how I can wave my hand under my butt? That's a cue you know that it's getting pretty tight. I will look towards the foot and open my knees. When I hip in, you see you'll get an immediate tap. Whereas, you know, he's not tapping. Even if you could just bring your hips up too to relieve the pressure, you know? It's no good. So one hand, I pick my hips up off the ground. And this is very important, open both knees up. So this knee opens down, this one opens up. As I look away, you can just hip in, right? If he wasn't here, I'll go all the way through and belly down. So that's important to think, where would you go if you just kept going, if someone wasn't tapping, right? So again, middle of the foot and catch. Middle of the foot and catch. Notice sometimes their legs will straighten out, especially when you're first learning heel hooks. It'll feel like you can't break the knee. It's perfectly fine to punch under and just create a bend in his leg just to help you out when you're first learning how to break someone's leg. So we look away, I pick my hips up off the ground, and I just hip in. All right? Does anyone need to see one more time? No.
Before you do, so it's pretty important to have the leg bent, correct?
Yeah. You want the, ideally, like if the leg's bent like this, like Jason Rao will always do this, he'll punch under and he'll catch like this. Right? Because now you can't straighten your leg because the whole escape, let's say you put me in this position. You don't even need this leg. Sure. The whole escape is for me to start straightening my foot and my leg and point through. So if that's my escape, then just do the opposite. If my leg's bent, now I can't heel slip. You know, there's a lot of tension in my knee. I'm going to be donezo.
Is it important for the braking mechanics as well?
Yeah. Okay. It's going to put way more tension on this, right? Whereas this is, you're not going to be able to get a lot of tension. Like some guys will actually just eat this and start hand fighting. It happens all the times at the higher levels. All right, let's do it on 1, 2, 3. Ah, we got it. Nice. So open your knees up, bud. You see how you're dropping this knee? Yeah. Open your knees up and pick your butt up off the ground. Now gently keep opening them up as you hip in. But be careful, bro. And look away. And now hip in. Don't connect your hands. Don't connect your hands. Just hip in now. Slowly keep on hipping in. Yep. Yes, exactly. The opening the knees. Don't grab your hands. Oh yeah. Because I want you to just grab his shin. This will teach you the true mechanic. Hip in and look away. Yeah, that's tight. And be careful when you're going for it, please. Really pick your butt up off the ground. Drop your right knee to the ground. And
I'm rolling over this way.
Yeah, you're going to be looking away. And now, again, you're thinking about touching your hips to the mat. Yeah.
Thank you.
Max, are you down on the shoulder here?
Elbow.
On the elbow.
Yeah, so I would go foot to foot. So the reason I go foot to foot, oh, no, your right foot wasn't good. Just bring your left foot back to your, here, let me move this up. So bring this up. So now, pushing your feet together, you can pick your butt up off the ground. So pick your butt up completely and drop your hips in. Yep, and remember the whole motion is like going belly down.
Over my shoulders.
Yeah, like a look away.
Oh, yeah. Just get to the position.
Yeah, it's the.
I could only do it from doing the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And I just don't know it well enough. I don't want to start teaching it wrong.
You just need to get there.
Yeah, we need to get there.
Okay, so basically he's gonna be perpendicular.
Oh, I thought. Wait, actually, is it okay if we go over like the getting there from single leg X?
Okay, yeah. I was like pulling you in the position.
That's the part that I really like.
All right, so let's get single X. Perfect. That looks good. Throw the left foot under. Okay, so that's a problem. This knee needs to stay out. No, that was good.
Oh, okay.
Your left shoelace needs to be here. So now just turn your chest at me and rock him to the side. So your knees will turn as well. That's perfect now. So all you have to do, see where your right foot is, really glue your shoelaces. So pretend there's super glue. Your shoelaces cannot move now. This is just gonna lift his leg over your head. So rock your hips towards your head. So don't stretch them away, but rock your hips over your head. Yes. So now really keep the shoe, don't get your knee in. Yep, you just have to extend this leg and now triangle. So let it drop. Oh, but don't put that knee in.
Okay.
I just don't want you to get hurt.
I got you.
Yeah, and now we rock them forward. And this is the position, that's great. You got him dead to rights.
Are you laying on your shoulder when you're...
I want to lay on my elbow. You don't want to go on the shoulder.
Okay.
Grab his calf with your hand. Right hand. Right hand.
Oh, here?
Yeah, just to hold it in place.
I got you. But then staying up on the elbow.
Yeah, stay on your elbow. If you go, the defense is to put you on your, like a last ditch effort. If I was like doing like a $5,000 tournament, and I'm deep in the shit, I would try to like start standing and jam my foot so that shoulder goes to the mat and I can slip. But it's just risky and like, I wouldn't practice it in training or nothing. Just like if you're something on the line, you know what I'm saying? Try to get his leg bent. So you can use your left arm. Just do it, uppercut his arm.
Oh, uppercut. Okay.
Yeah. Now close your right elbow to your body. Because you see it? Yes, that's very good now. Now pick your butt off and open. Yeah, that's gonna be tight.
Okay. Thank you.
Good, now let's go into the actual grip fighting. So my advice for heel hooks is don't learn a bunch of entrances. This is the stuff that you want to learn, like how to actually get a solid grip fighting sequence and a solid braking mechanic. You're going to end up in this position because it happens to scrambles, and definitely with modern Nogi Jiu-Jitsu, you can get it from anywhere. So don't focus so much on the entrances, but the actual, you know, how you're going to break their leg once you get there. Because it's a lot harder than you may think to actually finish a heel hook when you're in a competition. In training, someone grabs your heel and you're like, oh, tap. Because you know, you might not be familiar, but if you're competing against someone and all of a sudden they're not tapping and you're like, oh man, everyone would tap when I just grabbed the heel, it's because your braking mechanics aren't up to par. So we're right here, right? So this is my favorite one. My left hand goes over, just like this. I'm gonna take my right hand under and prop his heel up on my shoulder. So you see I have my arms crossed like this. So it's very easy. So this right hand is over. All you do is going over, under, right? Over, under. And don't do this. This is no good. Really prop it up on your shoulder, right? So now at this point, I can actually get his heel. A lot of people would say, yeah, you just yank on the ankle and then they pull their leg out and then you get the heel. But if they pull the leg out, they're going to be pointing their toes down and running too. So you're not going to get the heel. So if you do this over, under, they don't have an opportunity to turn out because you still have their leg. You guys know what I'm saying? So now it's very easy to simply reach, same way, right? Thumb in the middle of the foot, and he still can't turn away because I have this grip on him. And at this point I can release, and we're in a good finishing position. I would say most of my heel hooks are finished just with one hand. The two hand thing, the only thing that two hands does is throwing the elbow in front to stop someone from straightening their toes and heel slipping. It doesn't actually aid in the break at all. It's all in your hips, right? You can't break someone's leg with your hands, okay? Your legs are way stronger. So again, you're picking your hips up, looking away and hipping in. So right here, right? If you can get this down, man, you're finishing 100% of people if you got this grip sequence down. So go over, under, right? Over, under. I want to keep this over grip really, really deep, right? Really, really deep. So you see how it's connected to my chest. If I have it out a little bit, he could slip his foot out potentially. So from here, my head's staying heavy on his feet so he can't pull the leg out. And you see I have all the time in the world just to reach for that heel. And at that point, I can let go. And he should be tapping at this point. If not, you break his leg. What's up, bud?
You're letting go once you know he can't turn it over to run.
Yeah, so he wouldn't want to turn here because he's going to break his own leg. Yeah, so like if someone has your heel, don't start turning, you're gonna get hurt. Because at that point, you're aiding and hurting yourself, right? So we're right here, over, under. Now this fist is connected. Don't have it loose. You see how there's space here? It's connected and my head is pinching. So that way it can just lean back. And there's no way, like he tries to pull his foot out. You see, it's gonna be very difficult even with just the one hand. So now it's very easy to capture that heel. And we're finishing just in the same way as before, where I pick my butt up off the ground and I'm hipping in just like this. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 1. Boom. So right hand over, left hand under, and prop the heel up on your shoulder. This is good. Now really connect your right fist to your chest. Now reach for the heel just like we did before with the left hand. Yeah, so your head's gonna be pinching on the foot. Now just grab his heel with the left hand. Like now we're gonna just put the left thumb in the middle, roll through. And now you can let go because it's over at this point. Yeah, now you just grip it as hard as you can. No, don't do that. Oh no, you got your hands just a little bit off. So the big grip is this one, connecting to the fist and your head pinching. So now try to pull your leg out. You see it's kind of hard. So now we can take the thumb in the middle of the foot, roll through and fall on your elbow. So you can just let go of her leg now because it's over.
And it's the whole thing with the bridge. That's where I was still getting lost. So it's foot to foot.
Open your knees up. Pick your butt up off the ground and hip in. That's it. So you're still good. Wrap it with your left arm. Okay. So your right hand's going over. Yep. Left hand's going under. Now prop his heel up on your shoulder. You're gonna like sleep like Dracula here. All right. So at this point, now you can reach for his heel with your left hand. Just stay really tight with this. Yeah, and pinch your head. And now just you're getting the heel. Same way as we did before. Yep. And now you can let go because he's donezo. And he should tap at this point, right? If it's a roll, I would tap. Yeah. Or a competition, I would tap. So your left leg needs to be around. You gotta switch your feet up. Your left leg's gonna be over, right leg's gonna be under. I know the leg spaghetti is a little confusing at first, don't worry. You can go really close here. Nice, so let's overwrap this leg. Okay, so your left arm's going over. No, that's under. Let's go over, and the right hand goes under. Let's prop his heel up on our, yes, okay, so the big thing here, this left arm, like really go super deep and punch to your chest and pinch with your head. So now try to pull your leg out. Even without this hand, you try to pull your leg out, it's still pretty hard, so you can just reach for his heel now. And once you punch that through, yes, you can let go because he's in a world of trouble at this point. So now you can pick your hips up off the ground and hip in. Wait, restart. Okay, yep. So stop right here, okay? So really keep this fist glued to your chest. Your head will pinch. So even without this hand, it should feel pretty hard to get this leg out. At least enough time for you to go for his heel with your right hand. So go for his heel.
So am I going now before I drop?
So no, just hold this the whole time. Just roll your thumb in the middle of his foot and now roll your wrist forward.
So this is where I should be digging.
Yeah, and you fall on your right elbow.
I think my issue is falling and then trying to dig.
Yeah.
Before I fall.
Yeah. Now he's done. It's over. And bring this foot to your foot. You don't need tension in your legs. Drop the tension. Just bring your foot to your foot. Yes, because you want to. If your leg's like this, you can't open your hips up. Here I can open my hips up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can do it.
And going over,
Yeah.
then under.
Yeah.
And then this is the question I had. You going back to the edge or across?
So the big thing that you want to hold his leg is not this arm, because this is the one that heel hooks him. It's this hand. So this hand, when you punch it through, punch it to your chest. And what's really going to be good is like if you could connect your chin to your own hand and like squeeze with your head. So he should be able to pull his leg out. Like I like squeeze with my head. So now I can reach for his heel. You know what I'm saying? Now I can just follow my elbow and let go with my right arm.
Yeah. He'll slip that out himself.
Yeah, I wouldn't grip my hands there.
Okay. So
Yeah. I would let him slip and then grip my hands. You need help or are you? Just watching. Yep, now fall on your elbow. Don't grip like this because he can actually, if you grip like that,
don't grip
he can use that second leg to free it.
I see. Okay, so am I hanging onto this?
Yeah, and you let go and turn your body away. Turn your chest away. No. So you never want to lift this. You want to lay down and open your chest towards those heavy bags. So now his foot isn't going to be into play. Now you can connect if you want. But generally I don't. And keep your knees open. And again, we want our butt to be so close to him. So what's something good to get good at is this, like if I use you, buddy. If you feel like his leg's too straight, if you get good at just like doing a little side crunch. So sometimes I just pinch my hips up in the air and do a side crunch. But really, this is powerful, bro. Like, don't underestimate this to adjust.
But it's hard to get sometimes.
Yeah, hard to get sometimes for sure. But this is why that little side crunch, you see, I just drive my elbow towards my hip to bend his leg. And now you're good to go at this point.
Can I see you do one rep real quick just so I can visualize it?
Like the breaking?
Yeah, the whole.
Oh, yeah. So let's go. So I keep this really tight. I want to pinch my head. Now I reach. I can let go and open. Yeah. No problem. So same position. We're just gonna start in the double trouble. So let's just say someone feels like their legs are really, really strong and they're doing a good job at pointing their toes, and you feel like you won't have time even if you do this whole thing to get the heel. So what I do, and I was noticing a lot of people triangle their legs. I wouldn't triangle my legs, especially nowadays. People are good at Aoki locks. So if your foot's hanging out, they literally can just grab your foot and grip and rip. So it's terrible. Imagine you get someone here, you just get your foot broken because you're hanging your foot out. So I just go foot to foot. Not only does it protect you from counter leg locks, it allows you to roll up easily over your knee and place your head on the floor. So at this point, they have no ability to turn because your entire body weight is on their hips and legs, so they're pinned. So I'll just take my glasses off here. It's very easy. You could even let go of the legs at this point, and he's still not going anywhere. So you could take your right hand at whatever space you can find to split the legs, and essentially you can use your own head to act as a wall between them. Because he wants to tape his feet together, right? That's his whole thing. I can't get his heel now. So basically just find a space, wherever it may be, you know, like if it's here, I see space here. Let's say if it's really tight, I might have to start at the calf. It just depends on the guy, right? But your hand could always find somewhere to fit in to split the legs. At this point, take your time, man. Like, they're not going anywhere. I had 2 finishes from trials from this very position, and I was sitting here for a good minute, you know, just chilling because they can't move anywhere. You don't have to rush it. You'll lose the submissions once you rush and get panicked. If you trust in your jiu-jitsu that they can't move, sit here all day if you want, man, because you're going to get their heel eventually. So let's say they're taping their feet. All I do is I split the legs, and I can use my head as a wall between the 2 feet. At this point, so easy to capture the heel in the same way as we did before. And you can finish from right here, just going belly down, or you could just fall to your elbow and do the same thing. Both of them are very tight. Generally, the belly down one is going to be much tighter because your entire body weight can sprawl out on their knee. But it's quite all right just to fall to your elbow if you're more familiar with this finish, right? We can hip in just as we did before. But the big thing is guys, don't be squeezing with your legs. If you're squeezing with your legs, you won't be mobile. Whether I'm squeezing or not with my legs, it's the same position, he's still stuck. If I'm squeezing, he's not more or less like stuck, you know what I'm saying? He's not like way more stuck because I'm squeezing. It'll make you less mobile, okay? So I'm gonna go foot to foot, and I'm rolling up over my shin so I can put my head on the mat. From here, I can release because he can't go anywhere. So it's very easy to find a space to split with my elbow. I move the foot, and my head's in place now. At this point, super easy to capture the heel in the exact same way. So my thumb's in the middle of the foot, and it rolls forward, right? It rolls forward, and I want no space. At this point, you can hip in from here, or you can just fall to your elbow and do the same thing as we did before. Would anyone like to see that again? Or? No problem. So the big thing is, guys, don't triangle your legs. Just, again, modern day leg locks, people will Aoki lock you. I go foot to foot. I'm rolling up over my shin, and my head's on the floor. From here, very easy to split the legs and bring my head in between. Thumb in the middle of the heel, and I capture. You can belly down finish, or you can finish from here. It's up to you. Just whatever you do, don't start twisting this way. You always want to be going this way. All right, let's do it. 1, 2.
Be
Oh,
careful
sorry.
with the belly down one, just because that one, there's a lot of gravity coming down on it, so just be careful with people's legs.
Yeah, don't grip and rip.
So you can't turn out when he's on top of you like that, right? You can't.
No, yeah, you know, all his weight's pinning the hips down, and my legs are kind of tangled up too, so kind of got the mermaid leg effect.
Yeah. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh. Now the right hand splits the legs. Now you just put your head where your hand is, and now you can just fish for that heel all day long. And from here, you can just sprawl out and open your knees. Oh yeah, you could fall if you want. Just keep opening your knees though.
Like that.
Yeah, but don't twist back. You want to keep hipping in this way. But open your knees at the same time as you hip in. Because if you have something going this way and something going this way, it'll break.
Okay.
Yep. Like, yeah. Remember, full motion is that. Okay. So you got to do it with the intention to do that. Otherwise, you'll get like a choppy tap. Okay. You know what I mean by that? Yeah. You've locked the hip in place. You've locked the foot in place. So this can't move and the hip can't move. So, like if you just stuck your leg out straight, you can't move your knee sideways. Like knee rotating is my hip. So if my hip can't rotate, if this knee moves in a little bit, that's my knee blowing out. You know, like if this knee were to be here, it's my leg broken. So if this can't move and this can't move, you're like breaking that stick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So which arm are you splitting?
The right hand.
The right hand?
The right hand goes in between the. Sorry, your left hand. I meant your left hand.
Left hand? Do you like go here?
Yeah, and split the legs.
Okay.
Now put your head in between. Now swim for the heel. Now hip in.
I always feel like it's hard to separate the legs, like, because they'll be like crunching in. Like
That's it. All right. Yeah, just take your right hand in between the feet. Right here, bro. Take take this. So, where can you see daylight?
Right here.
So that's where you want to stick your hand through. Now stick it through until your right elbow gets all the way through. Now you'll be able to split the legs. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So wherever you can see daylight is where you'll stick the hand.
Okay, so you wanna.
Because look, like, you know, if I'm gonna try to stick my hand in here, it's gonna be very hard, but you see how there's daylight? I can come through here, and now once my elbow's through, elbow's gonna be a strong like lever to split it. You know what I mean? You don't have his knee anymore, bro. He's out. You gotta go ass to ass, bro. Literally, yep, even more. Literally, brother. Yeah. Yeah, now you can get it. Yeah. Now swim for the heel hook. Nope. Let me take this hand here. And your thumb, think about going in the middle and now rolling through and closing your, no, like this. Closing your elbow. Now just hip in. I would just fall back to your elbow. Fall back to your elbow. And now open your knees. But look at your butt, bro. You don't have his knee. You have to go butt to butt. Now fall back to your elbow, but keep his knee. Keep his knee. Fall back. We're good. Open your knees up. Now you can hip in. Yep. Now we can just roll. Just try to think about moving your weight towards his feet. Yeah.
Oh, I have a quick question for you. Are you going forward before here as you roll?
Yeah. Yeah. Now we're good.
Are you putting this knee on the ground?
Yeah, I want my knee on the ground.
Okay, so you want to come here?
Now I can release with my right hand and split the legs. Use the head, and now he's done, bro. All right. You want to bring everyone in, and then let's call it, and then we can train. I'll try to roll with as many as I can.
That's awesome. Really big.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, bro.
All right, guys, let's finish that rep and make our way in. We'll close this out.
Thank you. Yeah, can't thank Max enough. Let's do a big round of applause. Make sure you follow him. It's at Max Hanson BJJ.
Yeah.
At Max Hanson BJJ. Follow his journey, man. I'm telling you, a year's time, you know, he's gonna be a household name. The people in the know this guy, right? But just waiting for all the casuals to catch up. Yeah, he's gonna be trying to punch his ticket to ADCC 2024 West Coast Trials later this year. And yeah, we'll be rooting for him.
Yeah, so I was planning on sticking around, and I'll train with as many people as I possibly can. Yeah,
Dude, and that's freaking admirable. Let's get a quick picture too, right?
yeah, that'd be dope.